What's up, fam?
What's up with it?
What's going on with your family?
Hey man, nothing. Hey, sitting back maxing out one time.
Right on, man. My bad. I was late. I got so much shit going on.
Hey man, shit, I already know how it go, man. We gonna get into it. Hey, this Flamingo Fred, this the Bird of Paradise podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, it's Toriano, Toriano Gordon, Vegan Mob, CEO, rapper, entrepreneur, visionary
Okay, tell them where you from.
from San Francisco, Filmo, San Francisco, California, Filmo.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop something on you. I've been waiting to hop on this interview for you. You know, in Fillmore, man, there was a little place called Miss B's, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a little hot link spot. That's my grandmama, Miss B, that passed away, and my grandpa, OG Freddie B, that's my grandparents, and my pops, Freddie B, ran a store right there in Fillmore.
What?
Yeah, man.
Man, come on, man.
That,
Condolences and much love, man. That was a staple.
yeah,
That was a legendary spot right there.
that's my grandmama, Miss B, and then my pops, Freddie B, took it over. JT and them shot be weirdos and all the shit up in there.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so I had to.
That's small world.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm from the Bay, but I'm up in Oregon right now, and then I'm fucking with the blog, Folded Wolf out of LA. They sponsoring, the podcast and all the shit like that.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah,
How long you
so
been doing this?
man, I've been doing this. I came up to Oregon. I'm from the Bay. I left up out of the Bay. I went to Arizona for a minute with my big bro, checking traps. That's my brother and shit. Went out there, and I wound up coming up to Oregon on the humbug on a mission, and just wind up kind of coming up here. Had a son up here and doing the college radio and shit, making music, and then just like man, I'm gonna do my own thing where I don't even need nobody else.
Man, for sure. That's what it is. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's what it's
So
about, man.
so most definitely.
That's how I
We're gonna
started
get
this.
yeah, that's why I was going because I was a kid, man. I was in the mo. I know you was in the, doing the music and stuff like that. And then we're gonna get from how the music went into the vegan mob and stuff like that. So how you get started with the music and the group and all the shit like that?
Man, man, my pops, man. Well, my dad that raised me, not my biological father, but I still call him my dad. But my dad is in my life too, so I ain't go disrespect him. But my my pops, Daddy Marco, he did music, reggae
Mm,
music. You know what I'm saying? He well known in Filmo, both of them are. And I just was a big music fanatic growing up. Loved doing music, and I saw him doing music and really making real albums, and so I copied. I tried to do copy and do what I did. And first I did a album on the karaoke when I was like
mm,
15, 14 years old, and sold that just out the trunk, out the backpack at school. And then when I hit 16, I started 15, 16, I started recording my actual album that was global, that was international. And my first album that everybody knew about was called Young No, taking it to the next. And
mm,
then after that, Quinn and Quinn wanted me to come over and do something with him. And he had the network going on with Mess and Willie Hen and Skyballer and all of them. And I formed a group with his little brother Bailey and Big Rich, and called Fully Loaded. And Quinn was like, that gotta be on Done Deal. So we it wasn't Done Deal at first, it was called Explosive Mode Records. And then we came up with Done Deal. Bailey came up with the name, and then boom, that's where I became Don Toriano, because I had to change my name because my folks who I signed to wouldn't give me up. He wouldn't let me go as Young No. And so
mm.
Quinn and Mess actually gave me the name Don Toriano. And that's how I got that name. And my folks is still my family, like the dude I was signed to, but it was business. He wasn't back then I was young, I was a kid, I was like, oh, what's going on? I was hot about it for a minute, but it's family, you know what I'm saying? So um once I got on Done Deal, it really started to kick off because we was a group. It was with Quinn. Quinn was already a young legend in the game. And so it boosted up, you know, um who I was and I guess, my name and whatnot and that's where I was known well first is off of my music. And then I switched. Then I, I was in the streets and dealing I was always in the streets, but I was dealing with uh 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 um with you know um drugs and alcohol and stuff. And I decided to leave that alone and change my life and um get back to what changing and going to school and stuff like that. And then when I went to school, um I decided I wanted to open up a restaurant, and that's how Vegan Mom came.
Okay, that's dope. And now, I've been seeing Vegan Mom for a minute. I've been wanting to come eat there when I'm in the Bay. My family, town, everybody all over the Bay, all the family and shit. And I wanted to pull up, but out of starting a restaurant, what made you start a vegan restaurant?
I went vegan. I went
Mm,
vegan. So I went vegan and I wanted to start a barbecue restaurant, like healthy barbecue. So I wanted to like do grass fed animals and things like that. But my wife was vegan more for the animals. She was like ethical. She didn't like killing cows, and she just changed overnight. And I thought it was a joke at first, like, but she was really serious. And so she was telling me like, you in it for the health, but I'm in it for ethical reasons. So I was like, well, you in it for ethical reasons, I'm in it for ethical reasons too. And so um she was like, vegan barbecue would be crazy. And
mm,
I was like, ooh shit, vegan barbecue. And so that's how that came along. And we created Vegan Mob. I was like, man, there ain't really no vegan barbecue out here, and I can make that go bananas. And so soon as I put that on the airwaves, people just started to go crazy like instantly. And so
yeah.
that's how that came along.
Yeah, that's crazy because I'm not vegan, but I'm a pescatarian. I still eat seafood and shit. And I thought about going all the way vegan, but I stopped eating. I've been pescatarian for like, man, maybe like 8 years, maybe more. I don't know. I done lost track, but one of them things is, oh man, I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef. In the black community, like they like, bro, what you know what I mean? You're not gonna eat this, and that. So I always got to go about explaining that shit, and and I didn't do it like I just did it because I had a partner that didn't eat meat. So I was like, man, let me try it and see what this shit is about, and I just never went back.
Right. Well, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, because once you start, and you get used to not doing it, the meat starts to look funny too. Like it just don't, you know what I mean? Before I was a meat fanatic. I loved ribs and fried chicken and you know what I'm saying, burgers and steaks. Um, and then I thought I'd never ever give up meat. My mother-in-law was trying to get me to stop eating meat, and I would say like old school shit, like like my family's from Texas and Louisiana, so I'd be saying old school shit that my uncles would be saying like I never, my grandmother lived to 90 years old eating ham hocks. I never, you know what I mean? And she was like, okay, and next thing you know, I ain't eat meat no more. I was like, and she told everything she say, she almost damn near like a psychic, bro. Like she told me you gonna have some food trucks one day, and I'm looking at her like she crazy because I'm like, I ain't got no food truck money. I was like, yeah, one day, but it ain't gonna be tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? And when I came up with this idea, I actually didn't have really too much of nothing. I was driving Uber and
Mm,
maybe it had a little trees in there, you know what I mean? And
mm,
so when Vegan Mom started, I was like, I basically put the trees to the side. I was like, all right, I'm about to be, this is a different world. You know what I'm saying? And so I was still in school, like I was in grad school, but we hustle. So get some bread here, get some bread here. And I don't see nothing wrong with no trees. So but I started taking serious and I didn't have no bread. I did some pop-ups and I ended up getting some loans and boom, I ended up having a restaurant.
Man, that's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful story. Do you feel like do you feel like in the community that there's some people that wasn't really rocking because it was vegan?
You know what? I had a good, I feel like it could be some people, but I feel like the majority of the people rock. You know what I mean? Like people that never even thought about eating vegan just ate it because it looked good or because I did it, And so
Yeah,
it's a few people that might not have done it, that I know that I would know for a fact that say, "Oh man, I love what you're doing, but it's vegan." But it's people that just did it just because it was me and because it looked good and the hype and people was like, let me come see what it's about. Let me come support and then found out it was smacking and kept coming, so um yeah and no, what I'm saying here, some no, but mostly yes. So people that you wouldn't even
yeah,
think people that you wouldn't even think that would be on it. Be like, man, I eat your shit every day. So
yeah. Nah,
yeah,
that's one of the things, like you said, like I never planned on not eating meat. I was just on some like man trying to grow. I mean, my family had Miss B's, the best hot link sandwich. You know what I mean? In the city, we eat deli
right.
hot links and everything else. And I grew up, man, big hot link sandwiches. And I just so happened just to try it one day, and man, I just ain't never went back.
Right. That's how it goes. It's surprising too, because like you said, your family had Miss B. Your family is Miss B. Your grandmother's Miss B, and it had the best hot link sandwiches in the city, and it just happens like that. Like I would barbecue every day. I
Mm,
would eat a steak damn near every day at one point in my life, and it's just something changed. Like I remember I stopped just drinking milk. I don't think I drank milk in 7, 8 years.
mm-hmm.
I never drink no milk.
Yeah,
I can't drink milk. Like my body wouldn't even keep it, you know.
yeah.
And so it also your body starts talking to you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And some people listen, and some people don't. My body is like, you don't really need that meat, you know. I don't really be having too much problems just eating predominant mostly fruits, a lot of fruits and vegetables and I eat junk too, but um I feel better than if I was eating meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Like one of the most things, like I'm a stocky dude, and no matter what weight I went to or how I switched it up, when I stopped eating meat, I felt lighter on my feet. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
hooped and everything. I was always kind of fast and stocky, but when I stopped eating meat, I felt like I was lighter on my feet and
yeah,
quicker for some reason. Like I could still move. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but you know,
I'll be running in the gym. I'm pretty big. I'm not supposed to be this big, but I eat a lot of sugar and bread and shit like that. That's the downside of it because I like a lot of starch. But right now, I actually stopped eating all the starch and everything just to lose the weight. I've been like that for almost a month, but I be running. I'll run for a
yeah,
mile straight, you know. And
yeah,
I'm 44 years old, and I smoke weed every once in a while. So, and I
yeah.
still be on there to smash it. And so it's mentality and it's diet.
No, most definitely. Now, what new music you mess with? You still you I see you still I looked up, you still got some music, there's some stuff going on.
Yeah, I got an album that I'm finishing with Stunner Man. We
Mm-hmm.
started it at the beginning of the year. We damn near knocked out the album in like 3 weeks, but we just stopped because we both got busy. But I got an album with Stunner Man, done, almost done, and then I probably got like album here. I just gotta put it out. Like I got
Yeah.
like about 8 songs with Rob Lowe, who did the jacket music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I got about like five beats from DJ Fresh. I got one from the Mechanics, and
Mm-hmm.
then a bunch of little other fillers in there, and some from I don't know if you heard of Big Cheese from Richmond. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I got a few from Big Cheese. I got a few albums just like I just gotta put them together and put them out.
Yeah, man, put them things out. I've been making music myself. I know you feel me? I've been seeing you forever, with the group shit and doing that. But you gotta always keep that music thing,
Got
going,
to.
and people gonna be looking for you, all over the world in the most random pace. People gonna be looking for you, man. They, like I said, I'm like, man, okay, you got the vegan mob. We still, don't still come with the music and everything else and have that popping too. You know what I
Real
mean?
shit, real shit. And a lot of the songs that I done made is because just like because I love music. Like I anytime I get time, I get in there and just start cranking them out. I just gotta put the things out. But that's really my passion. Like the reason why I started Vegan Mob is because I love to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So it both of those are my passions. It's something that I love to do. And I just been blessed to be good at them.
Yeah.
And I think when you do have a passion, you are gonna be good at it anyway. When it's the love of your life. You know what I'm saying? So, um, these are two things that I really love, and sometimes people tell you when it looks like something that's big or something that doesn't that's not going that just looks off the wall like a restaurant or being a celebrity chef or being a rapper. Sometimes you got people or even parents that's gonna tell you, "Oh no, well, what are you really gonna do?" You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that can hold you back. Like I said, my mother-in-law was telling me about the truck, and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool, but I need some money, right?"
Yeah.
And once I was like, "This was gonna make me happy," I didn't have no money, and I did this, and the shit just blew up. So that's really what them passions will do for you.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And the rap culture, so whatever, like you see, rock bands, Paul McCartney from the Beatles can hop out and go on tour right now. The rap come with the politics and different stuff, and they want, people to, do this, and that. But I feel like you always got to push that music because you coming with more game than ever before. You know what I mean?
You hear
Right
me?
now, where you at in life, you ain't never been to this part before, so you coming with more game, way more game than you had 20 years ago.
Real shit. And I'm not. And one thing about me is I'm a rap about my experiences and what's going on around me and what I've learned and you know what I'm saying. So it's really I always been a from day one. We from the Bay, man. So it's game. Like it's always been game for me. That's what I always really preached in my rap. Is game. Like spend some game. And so it's only right to that my raps is gonna evolve because of my experiences and having this business now and doing what I'm doing. I got some game to give. I got some real game to give right now.
Hell yeah.
And so you hitting it on the nose. Especially our era. You know what? How old are you?
Me, I'm 35.
So you younger than me by 9 years, but you still was around that era, but like really like we coming up. I'm coming up on like Mac Dre, like the young Mac Dre,
Mm-hmm.
and 40 and JT the bigger figure and those them is game spitters. Them was
Mm-hmm.
game spitter Mac Mall. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was listening to. And all they like at one point in time, everybody talk about drilling and all that now, but really we was birthed from game out here,
Nah,
you
most
know.
definitely. I came up here to Oregon, man. I've been doing music, doing different things, not just keeping the music, doing multiple things, and they fuck with me and shit like that. But one of the things I'm always thankful for, and I used to hate it as a kid. My pops took over the store from my grandma, so I started, being at the shop all the time from like 8 years old. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm 8, so I used to hate working and being at the store then, but man, the amount of game that I was able to soak up, because a lot of the little niggas, I remember Lil Yee, Lil Stacy, you know what I mean, when he was coming over to the store, and a lot of them other
Mm-hmm.
niggas, man, and was running around, and they was running around, but they go back inside. Me, I was at the store, so I'm dealing with niggas, outside moving and grooving all day, as a kid. So I was able to soak up a lot of game. I remember Be Legit coming through and all kind of niggas coming through, JT bringing niggas through, JT bringing the camera crew, all kind of shit, you know what I mean? And so now that I'm older, I'm lucky I had that experience and was soaking up a lot of game.
Real talk, real talk, real talk, man. Some of the best game in the world too. Film on
Man,
game.
good game. I thank God every day because I'm like, man, Pops at first, he was trying to send us to the school way out the way. I'm like, I don't even want to be over the school over here. So, man, I soaked up that game. I wound up graduating high school downtown high off 24th and Mission when it was over there before they moved it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. OG downtown.
Yeah, they sent me to downtown because I was over. They had me over in San Bruno at Graham's house. I was over there hooping and shit. Grades fucked up, so I'm like, okay. They like, man, if we send you to the continuation, you gonna graduate on time. I'm like, cool. I want to get back to the city anyway by this time,
Yeah,
and hey, back to the city, downtown, moving and grooving.
yeah. Come on, come on. Straight up, straight up. Right, right. That's dope.
So
That's dope. Hell yeah.
yeah, so
Most
man,
definitely.
it's beautiful. I soaked up a lot of games, so I'm able to take that and come up here, and I'm especially on the Baycast because man, up here in Oregon, all these other states, man, they love Bay music. You know what I
Yeah, I know.
mean?
I've done some shows up in Oregon. Shit, I was in high school. Matter of fact, I was in high school when I did my first show in Oregon.
Damn.
My boy lived out there. He just passed away, but he was living out there. He moved out there when he was like 18 and came back, then went back and then came back. He from Lakeview, where Selsky is from. And then
Mm.
yeah, but he been up there for a minute. And um we went up there and I remember Oregon was crazy, man. Were you in Portland?
Nah, Portland is 5 hours away from me. I'm in the South. I'm right over the California border in the South.
Okay, you over there. I know where you at. You over by Eugene? Where's that, by
Nah,
Eugene?
that's still above me. Right now. I'm in Klamath, right over the border to California. It take me like
Okay.
15 minutes. I'm over the border. I'm only like 5 hours from the Bay.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, where we was at, I remember the stores was closing like 8 o'clock. You
Oh
couldn't get
yeah.
no you couldn't get no drink. I mean, we didn't, we wasn't 21 anyway, but we was wiggling, but you couldn't get no drink. Stores was closed. I was like, this is crazy. Right. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's still like that, but that
Nah,
was a
it
while
ain't
ago.
it ain't like that. It ain't like you go up north, you go to Portland, that's 5 hours. You gotta realize Portland 5 hours away up north. Oregon really
Hmm.
ain't that big. It's only certain spots that's popping. You got the South,
Right.
then you got Eugene, then you got like Portland. You know what I mean? When it gets to really like some city shit, some like small city shit is when you get up to Portland. You know what I mean? So down in
Hmm.
the South, it is slower, but you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I was in Arizona. I was doing music out there. I was sliding around in the Bay with my brother Verseborn doing conquests and shit like that. Really coming to Oregon is as much as it's slower than the Bay. It's really been one of the most beautiful things that happened to me. I've been out here hosting parties, doing college radio, doing this, and that. Now that I'm out here and everybody see what I'm doing from the Bay and all the other places I've been, niggas like, okay, he out there moving and grooving. So I got people tapping in with me from everywhere. You know what I mean? Versus
Yeah.
just being local or you know what I mean, doing this, and that. So it's been good to me.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah.
You know.
That's hard. That's hard.
So
Hell yeah.
I'm thanking God every day. I done hooked up with the blog. You know what I mean, and I'm able to talk to everybody around the world, you know what I mean? Out here in Southern Oregon, man, via the internet. You know what I mean? We tapping in with Australia, niggas from Canada, niggas from New York, niggas from everywhere, all kind of different genres and backgrounds. But it was personal for me. Like, okay, we're gonna get Toriano from there. I'm gonna drop some information and we gonna connect. I'll be happy to get my Bay folks on here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I appreciate you tapping in with me.
No doubt. Now, with the vegan mob, are you gonna try to expand it to state?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually franchising right now. So I got one in Santa Rosa. I closed down the ones that I'm running and just strictly franchising. So I got one in Santa Rosa. Um, we just signed another contract for another one. That's gonna be out in San Bruno by like San Ferran Mall.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I'm I'm talking to somebody else right now who wants to. I just got out to. That's why I was late because somebody I was on the phone a call with somebody who wanted to do Oakland. He was serious. He was like, I want to do Oakland. Like, and so like I got a lot of people that right now it's really like I gotta choose who I'm gonna do because I'm only gonna do 5 this year, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm only gonna do like 3 up until April. Then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna come back in the summer and do another one. Then by the time winter come around, that's gonna be the last one for the year. Then we go wait a little bit, and then I wanna do 10 the next year. And so, um, yeah, it's just franchising. That's how I'm gonna boom them out. Is if other people is opening them up, then it's easier to expand that way. And my thing
Yeah.
is, yeah, I don't want to. It's not like I'm hella greedy. Like I just need every dollar. I'm gonna open it up, and I need it just all come to me. I don't mind getting a little piece. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and not have to run it, and furthermore, being able to accomplish having vegan mob all around the world and say, look, I did that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the big part for me. And eventually I will have what I want to have as far as income, like what my goals are. But the thing is, I want to do it efficiently, and I don't want to kill myself while I'm doing it. And so,
Okay.
um, franchise is the best for me, and it's something about somebody else wanting to open up your business. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and and, and believing in that's even. I mean, that's real believing.
Nah,
I
man,
mean,
that's real
it's
talk. Like, shoot, you got me interested in tapping in with you and seeing if we can get a vegan mob in Oregon, man. I'm gonna have to tap in with you and see what it's looking like. You know what I
off
mean? In the
top.
future, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to see what it's looking like because, I remember first seeing it. You know what I mean? Because I had another Facebook and you was on that Facebook that I had, and I followed you. I'm like, okay, look at bro. And then you had I said, vegan mob, pull up on us, baby. I was like, okay,
Right.
you know what I mean? Bruh doing his thing, and he got the vegan food, and because I don't eat meat, and I was like, damn, I was always impressed, especially coming from Miss B's with the family. We all about black owned business and stuff like that. Not everybody is able to do that
Right.
and make that transition.
Right. 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 Real shit. Real shit. And that was it. Like a lot of people said that to me, and I never really thought about that. I never thought about. Well, I did partially because my mother-in-law was like, "I'm telling everybody that's vegan, you got a restaurant." Like I'm telling her, and I told her, tell everybody. Don't tell the vegans. Tell everybody. Like, and because I'm not trying to single me out. You know what I'm saying? But when I now when I talk to certain people, they like, well, they ask me like, well, you think they do vegan? Like, when they're inquiring on doing the franchise, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. Most of my customers aren't even vegan, but the thing is, that never crossed my mind. You know what I mean? When people be like, "Damn, you made something that that's not cool," right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I never even I never even had the conversation with myself about, oh yeah, damn, is people gonna really fuck with this or not? I just I just I was fucking with it. So I figured just because it had a vegan name, it wasn't gonna stop nothing, you know?
Nah,
And
most definitely.
and shit, it's all about really like it's it, I'm a big believer of faith.
Hmm.
I'm strong on the God, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm real spiritual, you know, and I got a lot of faith. And I believe. And then when you have faith and you believe, you can make anything pop. You know what I'm saying? So those things never really came into my mind because I just had too much faith. I just when you excited about some shit and you feel great about it, then you know it's about to go down. You know.
Most definitely, it's a big inspiration. Like I make music, and doing this. And when I was making music, I started getting into other shit too. Doing the podcast. I'm like, man, I'm taking every opportunity, available beyond the music. And one of the people that I really look up to is Master P. You know what I mean? And how he did
True.
his thing. Master P done hopped on wax. Like, man, I know I'm not the best rapper, but you remember that No Limit era, bruh done did it bigger than people that could rap 1,000 times better than him. You know what I mean? So for me, I
It's
look at it
funny,
like, man,
but
it's the
yeah,
brand.
it is because I thought the same shit about Master P. When I was a kid, I'd be like, I love Master P as far as like who Master P is, but I was like when I liked Master P when he was from Richmond. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And when he started coming out with the TRU and started sounding different, I was like, I was like, what type of shit is this? Like at first, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but he was the biggest shit. Him
Yeah.
and him and Cash Money, they was like battling to be who was the biggest.
Yeah.
And so like, and at one point in time, he was the richest rapper. He made the most money as a rapper at one point in time, like before the Jay
Yeah.
Z's and uh uh you know what I'm saying who else is a bill? Dr. Dre. He was the first cat that had the most millions off of just rap music.
Yeah.
Off of and so that's the truth. Like he just showed how to sell it and how to make people believe it. Like he believed in it and they believed in it.
Yeah.
And man, I'm a big fan of Master P. Like I love P because he's an
Definitely.
inspiration.
Yeah. And so that's the mode. That's the mode I'm trying to follow and do my thing. And you definitely do it. You an inspiration. And to take it back to that level. And everything else like that, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Right on. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and start working it up off here, man. Any other last shout outs or messages you want to give to us, secret updates on the mob or anything like that?
Yeah, man. Mob coming to you soon, man. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it, and don't doubt yourself. Sprout yourself, man. That's what I always. That's one of my things. Don't doubt yourself. Sprout yourself. Because you can either you can talk yourself up or you can talk yourself down. But the difference in talking yourself up is where you're gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? And just like you can have them thoughts about what you can't be, you can have them thoughts about what you can what you will be. And so always believe, always have faith, follow your dream, and number one, follow your happiness because your happiness is gonna lead to your happiness.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing, man. I appreciate you, man. It's been beautiful chopping up with you. I appreciate you tapping in with me and taking the time. And I'm gonna hit you up, man. We're gonna get together real soon, man, and make it pop.
Off top, family, much love. I appreciate you. Let me know when it's coming, when you publishing this, man.
Yeah, I'm about to publish this joint soon. That's why I got on my little you feel me, Santa hat and everything else. This gonna be the Toriano Christmas special. You feel me?
Come on. Hey, look, I love it, baby.
Hey, off top, man. Hey, you take it easy. I'm gonna tap in with you.
Off top, much love,
All right,
family.
you too.
All right.